candies have always been made with the same basics: sweeteners, flavors, and colors. Yes, artificial flavors and colors have made them tastier and brighter, but candy recipes have tended to last. And so have the names on the boxes. 65% of American candy brands have been around for more than 50 years. Few have been popular as long as Tootsie Roll. Introduced in 1896, it's more than 100 years old.
Well, Tootsie Roll started as a wrapped penny piece, and to this day we do have a very small Tootsie Roll that is a wrapped penny piece.
But don't be fooled by its unassuming appearance and modest price. This candy has spawned a confectionery empire. The output at the Chicago Tootsie Roll plant is staggering. They make 83 million Tootsie Rolls a day, 16 million Mason Dots, and about 20 million lollipops. Tootsie Roll Industries grosses approximately $400 million a year. But like most candy companies, it had modest origins. Austrian immigrant Leo Hirschfeld brought his recipe for a chocolate chewy candy to New York City and began manufacture in 1896. He dubbed his sweet Tootsie, his 5-year-old daughter's nickname.
It wasn't quite a bar of chocolate, and it wasn't quite a caramel, and yet it also wasn't quite a piece of fudge. It was a blend of all of those.
You had hundreds of candy shops where they would be making hard candy and soft candy basically by boiling sugar in the back of their shops, and in the front of them they would start to sell their products.
By 1905, the Tootsie Roll was established in an already crowded candy marketplace.
Tootsie Rolls were cooked on the top of a building, and the candy was cooked in open kettles on sunny days, and on rainy days they couldn't cook. As time went on, the people who actually worked in Tootsie Roll began to invent machinery that could begin to cut the candy, instead of by hand, by some automated machines. And later on, machines became faster and faster. Today, Tootsie Roll manufacturing is completely automated.
We are in the Tootsie Roll process kitchen. We have a total of 6 Tootsie Roll cookers here, and pre-mix is cocoa, oil, corn syrup, sweetened condensed milk, and we are cooking about 10,000 pounds an hour right now on these 2 cookers.
The mixture is then slowly cooled on this wheel to temper the Tootsie Roll and give it its familiar texture.
If you cool it too quickly, it becomes rock hard. If you don't cool it quickly enough, it'll never set up.
Chocolate may be the most familiar flavor, but it's not the only one. The plant also makes 17 different Tootsie Roll flavors, including grape, orange, and cherry. The mixing process for fruit flavors is the same, but the cocoa is replaced with artificial flavors and colors. After mixing and a 30-minute cool-off, the roll passes through an extruder and becomes this slab. No, it's not the latest in supersizing. It's simply the building block from which all Tootsie Rolls are made.
This extruder basically puts it into a 13-pound Tootsie Roll. And we use that 13-pound Tootsie Roll for the basis of all of our wrapping machines.
The slab is conveyed into the high-speed wrapping area, where it's pulled and squeezed to the width of a Tootsie Roll.
Comes through and gets cut, and then these grippers hold on to it and pass it on to this next set of grippers, which have a wrapped Tootsie Roll paper around it, and there's 2 twister barrels that come and twist the ends of the Tootsie Roll.
This all happens at a rate of 1,500 pieces per minute, 3 times as fast as 10 years ago. The machines better get faster because over the years, the Tootsie Roll line of brands has continued to expand through invention and acquisition, to include Dots, Crows, Sellas, chocolate-covered cherries, Charleston Chew, fluffy stuffed cotton candies, Andes candies, and the Charms line of lollipops. The combination of the Charms line and Tootsie Pops makes Tootsie the largest lollipop producer in the world. Tootsie Pops are cooked, cooled, and stretched like Tootsie Rolls. But the actual mechanics of the lollipop making machine are a secret. Once stick, Tootsie center, and candy shell are combined, the lollipop must be cooled.
This is a fresh Tootsie Roll Pop, and as you can tell, it's well formed, but it's very, very soft. And we have to cool it very carefully, because if we let it rest on one side or another, it will become flat.
We realize that there's a battle between your tongue and your teeth. You want to lick it, but you want to bite it.
Mr. Turtle, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Owl.
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
We get many letters from consumers who tick off and count how many licks it took. And there have been some very sophisticated experiments. Graduate students at Purdue University, chemical engineers, decided to build a mechanical tongue, and they did so. And they came up with 317 licks.
That's a lot of licks. But there's little doubt that Tootsie Roll is still going strong and can definitely take a licking. Denmark has the highest per capita consumption of candy in the world, at 29.5 pounds annually.